Hey guys, I got with the picks. It is Thursday, early afternoon. Yesterday, finally, we had a day. Yesterday, we went a perfect 6-0. We had the 3 plays that I gave out here on YouTube, which was the Magic, which tried to give it away, but they didn't. It was the Lakers that took 3 quarters to get it going, but they got it going. And we also had Texas A&M plus points, and they won pretty much in a blowout on Auburn's court by 13 or 15. 3 very, very solid wins. And yesterday I thought about it. I have been doing really well in player props in the NBA, so I put out 3 player props over on TikTok, which were SGA over 29.5 points, winner, which was Ja Morant over 28.5 points. He scored 29. And then I threw in a freebie, which was Draymond Green over a half steals and blocks at minus 170. And my specific directions in that was I put that out there too. Morant was a flat bet. SGA was a flat bet. Draymond Green was also a flat bet, but the main purpose for the Draymond Green player prop was to 2-team the other 2. Ja Morant with Draymond Green, SGA with Draymond Green. Yesterday was 6-0. 6-0. It's what we needed to get back up on the horse. Moved our record to 23-18-1. We're above 500. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, I am bringing you 2 basketball games here. Oh, hell, I'm going to bring you everything here. First game we're looking at is Spurs and Clippers. Clippers are given 13. Spurs actually played very well last night, but they still lost by 9 to the Lakers. And now, on the second night of a back-to-back, yes, they're playing in the same place, but it's the second night of a back-to-back. They go against a healthy Clipper team. Spurs have only covered 1 time in the last 12 games versus the Pacific Division. These 2 played about a week ago in San Antonio, and the Clippers won by 5 points. Both Leonard and George played 35 minutes in last game, which were to their peak. Sure, we'll get Kawhi Leonard in there with some games with 38, 39 in the playoffs, or fighting for a playoff spot, which no. But getting 35 minutes out of each of them is a huge deal. And the Clippers they've won 3 in a row. And those 3 in a row were very impressive. And it wasn't impressive that they won, well, which it was, but it was impressive because all 3 were all road games. And now they come home to a cupcake spot. It's exactly what this is a cupcake spot. This is like T-ball. You remember when you put the ball on the tee and you just swung as hard as you could? That's what this game feels like me tonight. It's a T-ball game. The ball is being placed on and it's going to get smacked. And this Clipper team, Zubac will dominate inside. Leonard and George will dominate mid to upper tier. Clippers defense is, with these 2 guys on the court, one of the best in the NBA. I see this as an absolute cruise control, huge win for the Clippers. The play is take Clippers minus 13. The second play is it's Arizona giving 5 to Washington State. These 2 played back on the 7th of this month with Washington State winning. 64-61. They held Arizona to 32% from the field and 16% from three-point range. Washington State executed their plan perfectly. And got well above output from a bench player and a starter. My opinion, this is just my opinion. I think a lot about my opinion, but this is just my opinion. It was just one of those nights. That's all it was for Arizona. It was just one of those nights when nothing was going your way and everything was going Washington State's way. Yes, I still give Washington State credit for the win and what they did, their lockdown defense, all that stuff. Arizona couldn't get anything going that night. They couldn't. I watched the game, and it was, I had money on the game. That was the bad part. Listen, though, Washington State, they average 68 points a game, where Arizona puts up 83. Washington shoots 43% from the floor, where Arizona shoots 48. Washington State gets 37 rebounds, where Arizona grabs 45. You know, Washington State's 9-12 on the year, and that's for a reason. The reason their record's 9-12 is because they're not a real good team. I mean, that's why their record's 9-12. I don't think that's a surprise, though. Arizona took down, in my opinion, one of the top 3 to 5 college basketball teams this year in last game when they beat UCLA. Yes, I think that highly of UCLA. UCLA is a top 5 team to me. And Arizona was able to take them down by 6 points. I trust Arizona to keep it rolling in this spot. You know what the pick is. The pick is Arizona -5. Let me give you a couple of these player props here, too. So, we're going to the Brooklyn Nets playing the Detroit Pistons. And when I tell you that I got some player props, you would think, wow, Claxton had a big game last night. Irving had a good game last night. Seth Curry had a good game last night. Now, we're going to the Detroit side. We're going to rookie. And the kid's been an absolute stud since he's come back, is Jalen Duren. Rookie out of Memphis, 6'11" center, athletic as can be, full of energy, brings it to the court. He's 2 games ago, he came back from a 5-game hiatus. And when he came back, they eased him back into competition when they played the Bulls. He played 18 minutes off the bench. And the kid put up 11 points and 12 rebounds. So their next game, where they got shit stomped by Milwaukee, they were down 25 points in the first quarter, they inserted Jalen back into the starting lineup. Here's the good thing about Jalen Duren. If the game is close or if it's not close, he's one of those young guys that are trying to get run. So last game, they inserted him back into the starting 5, and he played 31 minutes, 13 more minutes than he played the game before. And against Milwaukee, one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA, Jalen put up 23 points and 15 rebounds in 31 minutes. This is the type of impact that he has on a game and a team. What we're doing with this is we are, and these plays are coming off of DraftKings. So you go to the player combo and you pull down to points and rebounds. The points and rebounds is set at 21.5 at -115. That's exactly what we're taking in this player prop. We're taking Jalen Duren over 21.5 points and rebounds at -115. And believe it or not, we're going right back to the same player for our second player props. What we're looking at here is you would go to the tab that says blocks and steals. Now, since Jalen has come back in the last 2 games. He played Chicago in the first game, where he was able to gather 1 steal and 2 blocks. And one of those blocks came from a very high-skilled offensive player, Vucevic. In the last game they played against Milwaukee, he put up 2 steals and 2 blocks, and actually had a block on Giannis. So, you know, Brooklyn playing a smaller lineup. Yeah, Claxton 6'10", 6'11". Playing a smaller lineup. And Durant is known to come out to the free throw line, gives him more opportunity for steals. The smaller lineup gives him more opportunity for blocks. So what we're doing here is we are going to the blocks and steals tab, and we are going to take over 1.5 blocks and steals at plus 120. Quick recap, guys. We're taking the Clippers minus 13. We're taking Arizona minus 5. We're taking Jalen Durant from the Pistons, points and rebounds over 21.5 at minus 115. And we're taking Jalen Durant, blocks and steals over 1.5 at plus 120. Guys, thank you for everything. We're going to look to stay on the hot roll tonight. We're going to cash again. You already know what I'm going to do. We're going to get, if you're watching this, and if I made you money yesterday, hit the thumbs up. We had 13 thumbs up yesterday. We need to get back to 50. Let's go. And if you're watching this and if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll get notified every time I drop a video. Let's get back to getting this cash.